Okay, here's another example. We have 2 log base 3, the cube root of 3 plus log base 3, the square root of 27. We're going to use the log laws. Well, the first thing we're going to see is that plus there. We're going to use the log law up across here, where we're going to make it more compact, where we multiply the 2 components. So that's going to help. We're also going to match up the bases with the numbers, and we're going to use this log law here with the base and the number matching up, which equals 1. And finally, we're going to use the log law down here where we have the power, where we're going to bring it to the front and simplify the equation thus far. So let's take this long, complicated logarithmic expression and turn it into a compact and condensed digit. It's going to come out to be 1 digit as we simplify this. So let's go ahead and do that. So we have the 2 out the front. So again, we keep it as 2 log base 3. And the cube root there of 3, well, essentially that's the same as writing it up as 3. If you remember your exponent laws, that's the same as 3 to the power of 1/3, 1 over 3. So that's plus log base 3. And that's the same as the square root of, we want to match that base with a 3. So let's put a 3 inside the house. 3 to the power of what gives me 27? It's 3 times 3 is 9 times 3 is 27. So 3 to the power 3. Many of you already know that. So let's further simplify this. Now what I'm going to do is bring the third to the front, right over here. So a third times 2 is just 2/3, isn't it? So that's 2/3 log base 3. And there's our 3. The 3 and the 3 match. That's good news. It's going to make it nice and simple. And here, that 3 to the power of a third can be simplified into so that's a little 2 in there because it's square root. So that essentially means that it's going to be 3 to the power of 3 on 2. There we go, 3 on 2. Okay, now we can simplify this by bringing that power to the front, can't we? So let's just rewrite this side here. So we have 2/3 log base 3. We'll simplify that in a moment. Plus 3 over 2 to the front over 2 log base 3. Okay, that base and number matches, that base and that number matches. We can certainly go ahead and use that expression there. It's going to equal 1, isn't it? So let's turn that into a 1. So it's 2/3, 2 over 3, times 1 plus 3 over 2 times multiplied by, that's going to be a big 1, isn't it? There it is, a big 1. Okay, so that simply means we're going to add 2 fractions. We already know how to do that. 2/3 plus 3 on 2. Well, common denominator there would be 6. 3's into that, going 2 2's are 4, plus 2's into that, going 3 3's are 9. 9 plus 4, that's going to give us 13 over 6. Dividing the bottom into the top so we can come up with the final answer. So 6 into 13. The answer to this long expression is going to be 1 digit. It is 13 divided by 6